Hey, there are so many apps out there that you can use to create amazing Instagram stories content. In this video, let me show you some of my favorite apps that I use to create amazing Instagram stories. So the first app I want to talk about is an app called Jude, and that's the icon right there. So let's go into that app. And what I really like about this app is you can actually use some really interesting overlays. So that's the picture of my pen, but if you look on the top, it's loading. So let's give it a couple of seconds. There you go. That's what I was waiting for. And now if you notice, it has so many awesome overlays. And if you click on categories, right now it's today's, but you can also go to different jokes, and you always want to give it like few seconds before it loads all those overlays. Really interesting. So the difference is normally you would create an image and then use the image editing tools to add the overlay. In Jude, it's actually the other way around. It's really easy. So there's chatting, there is inspire me type of overlays, look at that. And now you can obviously take a picture, or you can also go to the camera roll, and let's pick this picture right here, and then look at that. Amazing app. There you go. So once you're done with your content, you can save it for your, and then here are different formats. You can save it as an Instagram format, as Facebook, Dimensions, or Insta stories. That's what we want. But one thing I believe I mentioned in the previous video, Instagram stories allow you to use even the landscape or square images, not just the portrait images. So I wouldn't worry about the dimension so much, but if you want to save it in any of these dimensions, you can do that. So this is how you use this simple but really effective and powerful app called Jude. The next app I want to talk about, let's actually go back, is another one of my favorites and really amazing image editing app. It's called Over, and a lot of people use this app. Let's go right into it. And I'm using the free version of Over, but the first, when you log in, you see on the top here are all of the photos from my camera roll and different templates. And look at the first two are free, so they do give you some free templates, and they do it on daily basis, which is something I really like. The second is the graphics, and then different fonts, and then you have integration with image sources like Unsplash and Pixabay. Really cool. Now if you want to start with the blank canvas, let's say you want to create a graphic or really compelling story for your Instagram, I would just start with the blank graphic and the vertical format. And now look at different options at the bottom. We can do, let's go back. We can add images, text, graphics, and different shapes. Let's go with the image, and then here are different sources: Pixabay, Unsplash. I can bring a photo from my own camera roll. Let's go with Unsplash, and you see how some of these are free, but you really have to pay to use all of these images. Now let's go with this interesting image right here, and then you can do whatever you want. Look at that. And then also there are some amazing filters that you can use. I like that one. And you can play with the other options as well. So once you're happy, click on that check mark on the top. And now let's add some text overlay. So I'll go here and then say Happy Friday. And here are different fonts that are available. And by the way, I believe if you click on that up arrow at the bottom, now this is where you can actually find some free fonts. Look at that. And again, a lot of their fonts are for pro users, but you do get some interesting content and font for in the free plan as well, which is very powerful. And by the way, this app is really powerful. If you click on that layer icon on the top, you see all of these are layers. The first one is the blank canvas, then the image I added, then I added the text. If you're not happy with something, you can obviously just delete it. Let's hit the check mark and then go at the bottom again. So we did the image, then text. Let's add some graphics. So again, you will see there are some graphics that are free. Ooh, look at that. How cool is that? So really, you can be as creative as you want, and that's what I love to do. What I tell my students is, once you find these apps, play with them, see how you like them, and if you don't, then you can always use another app. There's so many apps and options out there, but do play with them and see how it fits into your work schedule and if you really like using it. So now let's hit the checkbox, and there are other options that you can play with too. You can add different shapes, more graphics, and even add another image on top of it. But let's assume that we're done with our creative, we're done with the stories. So at the end, what you want to do is on the top, click on that share icon, and now you can save it to the photos, to the circles, or you can, if you hit share, I believe you can just share it directly to your social media marketing app. So, and what I like to do is save it to my photos and then open the Instagram stories app and bring it there. So let's cancel it for now. So this is how you use this really simple app called Over. It is a freemium app, which means you don't get all the features in the free plan, but from what I have seen, there are pretty powerful features inside the free plan too. Now, the third app I want to show you in this video before making it too long is the app called JibJab. And this is actually one of the apps that I discovered recently, and I am in love with this. It doesn't produce the static images, it produces amazing animated video. And let me show you how powerful this app is. The first thing that you would do is, here's the interface of the app. Click on the faces at the bottom, and then this is where you will add different faces. So you can add your face, you can add your friends, pets, other people, your team, your co-workers, anyone that you can think of. And as you can see, I have added some of my own faces. So once you're done with that, what you want to do is now look at the bottom. So here are different animated characters, but it has your face on it. How cool is that? And then it goes to, from the JibJab, the next one is, it goes to different phrases. Since today is Friday, how about that? And there are a lot of different, you can pinch and zoom, you can make it smaller, bigger, go crazy, be creative. And then let's go to the stickers. Look at that. Obviously, I'm just adding random stuff just to show you how powerful this app is. A lot of cool options here. And then let's go on the top. You can do a search. You can also change the colors. So if you have specific brand colors, you can definitely find those here. You can also use some backgrounds. Look at that. Ooh, how cool is that? Look at that. And then once you are done with all the image or creating the JibJab, they call it, let's click on that share icon. And now here are different options. You can save it to your camera roll, which is something I like to do, and you can also post it directly to Instagram, WhatsApp, Messenger, and then Facebook. What I like to do is just click on the save to the camera roll, and then I have two options, save as GIF and then save as video. And I believe right now Instagram stories, you have to have a video. It does not post GIFs, and that may change in future, because we all know all these social media platforms like Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, they change very often. They change their interface, they change different features, how we interact and access the platform. So for now, what you can do is just save as a video and then open the Instagram stories. Let me show you. it's making magic, and it's saved, I believe. And now I'm gonna open my Instagram. Let's open my camera roll and look at that, and see how it didn't give me an option to save in the portrait format. But the beauty of Instagram is, look at that, in the stories I can just pinch and adjust it. So I used to worry a lot about the format, the dimensions of my stories, but now I don't, because the image or the color on the above and below of my video is actually matched with the color, and that's something that Instagram does. Very, very powerful. So if you want, you can add some more stickers here. And here's something I like to do, probably not good, but if there's a logo or branding on a piece of content, look at that, it's gone. How cool. So this is how you can use these apps called Jude over JibJab to create really compelling and amazing visuals for your Instagram stories. And like I mentioned before, ABT, always be testing. Test different apps, test different tools to see which one you like to create the Instagram stories for yourself or your business.